Hi everyone and welcome. Today I just want to do a tour of a typical Vietnamese backyard and what you can generally see, which is repetitive across most Vietnamese backyard, and the type of fruit trees that they grow and what is most popular. So I used to live in this house many years ago, maybe like in 2008 or something like that, as far back as that. So this house, when we were living here, or maybe after my sister moved into here, my parents grew a lot of fruit trees, and I just want to show you what these fruit trees are. And I think it's a great time of year to be showing you because this is when they actually flower, the flower fruit. So the first one I have here is the bell fruit. So you can see that the typical flowers they have. So they turn green at this stage, and it will become more green and bigger and fleshy. And as it's ripen, as it ripened, the fruit itself, this variety is a dark pink color. Now I believe you can get this in the deeper red, and the fruit's a bit longer, and also the green variety or the white variety, and to red, no, green, pink, red, and a deeper red and green. Oh, okay, I got myself confused. Anyway, there's quite a few variety out there. And my personal take about growing these bell fruit is that it's very easy to grow, and the one thing is it's a very vigorous tree. It's almost like your um, the mulberry, because it strikes so quickly in 1 year. It become a massive thing, so you have to trim it down every single year in order to keep it under control. um, Unfortunately, with these type of fruit, I think with most fruit trees is that it's prone to fruit flies. And so well, the thing is we don't spray our trees, so we just have to be a bit careful when we eat it, whether there's fruit flies in it or not. But on the whole, most year, we get a good harvest, and then by the time we finish eating it, it's just like it's enough. The fruit flies can have it if it wants to. It's not that bad. Okay. The second trees that I think most, well, not think, but I've seen that most Vietnamese people grow is your typical mango. This mango tree here is a grafted mango tree, and I would definitely recommend you buy a grafted mango tree because it will take less time to grow, and it will fruit for you before, waiting for the seed to fruit, the seedling tree to grow into an advanced tree and then to flower and fruit. This tree is like busting out like lots of fruit every single year, and this variety is the Kensington. So it grows really well, and it tastes amazing. Like, I love eating this because you know, I wouldn't say no to a commercial mango grown fruit, but definitely if you have one in your garden, the size of it doesn't grow so big. You can see like it's quite small. This one here is reasonable, but it does get bigger. What I notice is when you grow it from home and then you don't put in a lot of fertilizers, this fruit grow, it doesn't overinflate, I should say. It tastes a lot nicer. This tree here, I've noticed this for a while now. You can see that it looks to me like it's being eaten by termites. The other thing in Australia is that we're very prone to termites. And well, yes, we do have termite treatment for the house, but we don't routinely go around and treat termite for the trees. But even though the roots has been, like, the trunk has been damaged, but the tree itself is still growing. So I'm not sure how long it will last before the actual tree dies. But in the meantime that it's still growing, it's still giving us a lot of fruit. So that's another tree that's worthwhile to grow. Um, as you know, mangoes variety, there's like truckloads out there. Well, I wouldn't say truckloads, but there are many out there that you can get. The Bowen one is the bigger one, which, you know, I'm not a fan of. I personally like the really big green mango that you eat, like when it's not ripe. I don't particularly like ripe mango all that much. So another tree that's popular on the list, and I think most Vietnamese people in the backyard would have, or any Asian people in this, you know, the southern part of Asia, more tropical and subtropical, they love to grow a custard apple tree. Custard apple tree. You can't go wrong with a custard apple tree because, like, you can eat them. You can make smoothie from it, and it's more like it doesn't get attacked by fruit flies. That's one thing. It's less prone to disease. Of course, they got some like fungus infection if you grow it in a very enclosed place, just like the one that I grew up on my property. So we have green mesh around it, and there's not enough wind. This tree by itself, like, I hardly see any issue. Like when I'm growing one single tree or two or three trees, but when you have lots of them in an enclosed space, you end up with like these, I don't know, like the proper terminology, like mice or something, like insect that's on the leaf itself. So usually you find the black spot and it's attached to the branch and it goes down this way. Yeah, but if you grow it by itself like this, it's perfectly fine. So this time of year is the flowering time. You can see the flowers here. And it smells nice, very nice. This particular variety is the Tropic Sun. It's not very common anymore. I think it's because the nursery take it into batch, and then, you know, once they sow out, they haven't taken in this variety anymore. What I can say about this variety is that the flesh is not very fibrous, and it's a bit soft and powdery. I don't know whether soft and like, yeah, powder flowery type of like texture. Of course it's sweet, but I don't particularly enjoy eating all that much. So, you know, every year when it does fruit, it's fruit maybe about 10, and really after eating 2, that's enough for me. Like, I wouldn't recommend you growing this variety if you don't like that soft powder texture, powder sweet texture. But if you do, hey, grow it if you like. Another tree that's quite common, more so in the subtropic place than in warm temperate, but I certainly seen quite a few Vietnamese people growing this tree, and this is the sapote tree. Sapote trees are like yellow sugar custard type of trees, no fruits. And for the first time in many years, look what we've got. Okay. I would imagine this tree has been here since 2000 and at least 2009, 8 or 9 or something like that. And you know, this tree is a seedling. We never knew that it was a seedling when we bought it. Like, we didn't really pay much attention, not that we didn't know. So yeah, if it's a seedling, it's gonna take you a very long time. It's a beautiful tree. It grows okay in warm temperate. It won't strike, but definitely it's gonna take a while to fruit. If you were to get a grafted tree, you're probably gonna have fruit quicker. Otherwise it's not gonna do well in warm temperate. But if you're in tropical, subtropical, hey, no issue there. And the other common tree we have is a Indian guava tree. Indian guava tree in a Vietnamese backyard. Well, I would just say, maybe I should just say, in typical Asian um, garden, this variety is quite popular because it's big and crunchy, and yeah, it tastes really nice. But my caution is, guava trees, they are so prone to fruit flies that you have to be a little bit more, like put up more effort and attention in growing these. In a sense, it's to manage fruit flies more than anything. The tree is very easy to grow, so when they're at this stage, if you want to have lots of fruit and harvest, spend some time bagging it, or have like fruit flies net and put it over the tree, because if they grow a little bit older or bigger, um, you're probably not going to have any fruit to harvest, or even if you did, you're going to be very disappointed because there will be fruit flies in there. Okay. um I mean, if like, I would personally recommend, if you have a small backyard, select a custard apple tree that you like to grow. I think custard apple tree very easy to maintain. Every year it grows a little bit. I mean, it does grow quite well in warm temperate. The other thing is also get a grafted tree, because this one that I have here is a grafted tree. Most of these are grafted. I'm pretty sure the only one that's kind of like not grafted is the sapote. All right, so before further ado, look at my little doggo. He is destroying my custard apple tree. Yo, Sage. I saw you. I don't know whether you saw that, but anyway, they can be quite naughty. Um, Another great tree to have is some sort of citrus. This is a lime tree at the moment, lime tree, and the other one is a lemon tree. So lime tree, I mean, it's not it doesn't fruit as much, but definitely the lemon tree does so well every single year. And at the moment, in Perth, lemon is almost like $8 a kilo, $7.99, almost $8 a kilo, and you can grow these so easily. Um, and yeah, and if you're Asian, you love Asian cuisine, Asian food, like yeah, it's so functional. It has, like, you can make lemonade, you can make what you can do is, because it's very seasonal and you want to keep it for a long time, once it starts fruiting and it has lots and lots of fruit, you can harvest them, squeeze the lemon juice out and freeze them, and you can keep it for a long time. Now, I've tried it last year and it seems to be doing really well, so I might do it again, or to keep it a little bit longer. And I can see from standing here, there's actually another fruit up in that direction. I don't know what you can see, but there are two fruits on this tree. I'm really excited, and the second one is about that big. Yeah, maybe this size of the lemon here. Okay, so that's quite typical. And over here, well, no, because my sister, she has kids and she's working from home. She doesn't really have time to do gardening so much. Most Vietnamese home, they have a lot of lemongrass, chives, and mint. It's very common. She just has sparingly a few things here, and sweet potatoes. But yeah, if they are, if somebody who has a lot of free time, they would be growing a lot more. But yeah, that's the thing I find, being Vietnamese and having that heritage. Culturally, I believe that, or I feel as though Vietnamese people are very productive with their garden, and they use the most low-tech thing to be most productive. And sometime I could be, sharing with you videos and all these high-tech stuff that I buy in the machine, which are really unnecessary. You don't need them to be able to do what other people are doing and to be productive and to have like your garden with an abundance of fruit trees. You can use like cellophane foam boxes. I've seen a lot of them do, and my mom do that as well. And they can equally put out great amount of food. They don't even need a big space to be able to grow lots of fruit, lots of veggie. Okay, and I'm very excited to introduce this variety of sugarcane. This is the yellow sugarcane with the green striations. Yeah, this variety I just got recently, and it's great. It's soft and very juicy and sweet. And as you can see, my dog is attacking me. He stays here because it's such a big backyard, and he likes to run around. Yeah. When I was in Brisbane, I had the opportunity to eat it, and I really like it because the cane itself is a bit softer, like compared to the cane that I have growing on at my parents' house and up on my property. And also, it's soft, it's juicy, and it's sweet, and it's a great combination for sugarcane. The variety I have is really, really hard, and sometimes, I talk about why I buy the sugarcane machine, because I do have a manual one, and when I put it through the manual sugarcane presser or crusher, like I literally do not have the strength to squeeze or to pull the roller as well as my dad. He does such a great job, by the way. He still uses the manual one, and he does it because the story being, when he was a young man in Vietnam, he used to work or have like a manual sugarcane machine, and he sells sugarcane juice to the everyday Vietnamese person. So, watching him squeezing sugarcane is like, an easy job for him. He will be squeezing out like 2 or 3 liters in minutes. But personally, for myself, and for the type of cane that we have growing, I don't think it's viable. And as he gets older, I don't think he'll have the strength to squeeze it out as well as he does now. So, if you love sugarcane juice and you want to invest in a machine to grow sugarcane, why not? Yeah. And the other thing is sugarcane. If you want to limit your intake of sugar in your diet, another way of getting natural sugar, unprocessed sugar, is by eating fruits and eating sugarcane. You can put it in cooking and reduce the amount of sweetness you want to get out from the soup as well. It's so versatile, isn't it? So that's it for me. I just want to share this time of day, and this is my sister's garden, and just something to consider, something to be grateful for in life. To see beautiful trees blossoming, and it's that time of year that it will fruit. And maybe when it's in full season, I will do an update if people are keen to watch it. So I hope you're all well, and take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye.